Some people believe you don't have to be happy at your workplace to succeed, and you don't need to like the people you work with or the job itself. What do you think? Does your emotion determine your work mood?
The moment I'm entering where I'm working, whatever I have bothering me, I put it behind me. You know why? I like my job.
Your ability to separate your emotions from your work, yeah, makes you an effective worker.
If you are emotionally unstable, your job will not go well. If your job does not go well, you are at the risk of losing that job. Then when you lose that job, you will now have double emotional problems.
Research has shown that those who are involved deeply with their jobs and colleagues work harder and smarter.
When you are a happy person, you are likely to have more good relationship with people because you can relate with people.
Of course, you are expected to be a better worker when you're happy. It comes with job satisfaction. Even the happiness expressed is not faked.
Jonathan owns an electronic and computer shop. He told me he would love to have something better doing in the future. But for now, to make his one-man job a success is his main concern.
Where we gain whatever, to train our children to be happy for our living.
Most people I spoke with believe a man should not be idle, happy or not.
If the job is not there, nobody recognizes you.
Sometimes you humbly take what you can find and grow it to that which you want to be or to that which you want.
The truth, according to experts, is to treat your job as if you love it, irrespective of the situation. Treat it like labor and you will toil forever. Do your job well and it may just be a ticket for greater things. Experts also say jobs are not created to make people happy, but to make money. The greatest ability, therefore, is to get along with others. A chip on the shoulder is too heavy a piece of baggage to carry throughout life. Be happy, no matter where. Igonor, AIT News, Abuja.
A research done by the Sokoto Energy Center in collaboration with the University of Durham reveals that energy transition among marginal populations and peri-urban settlement is unimaginable.
This is very crucial in developing countries where there's no regular electricity, and then the alternative to that it's firewood and charcoal.
They are not usually captured in the plants, for the fact that they are mostly impromptu settlements.
AIT decided to visit one of the many IDP camps located in Jurumi village, Abuja, to see what the situation is like. On arrival, the rains welcomed us. Even before we entered the tents that housed most of the refugees, we met one of the women, Fatima, who was trying to make breakfast for her family. Herself, her husband, and 6 children, all crammed in one makeshift room. Her husband was kind enough to allow us evade their privacy. He explained what it was like living without electricity in an IDP camp where life is already unbearable.
We use the torchlight on our phone to light up the room to pick what we are looking for.
Fatima explained that having access to electricity is a dream that has not come true for her. For cooking, almost everyone uses firewood coal to cook, as most cannot afford a cook stove.
I
managed to get food item and charcoal so I can cook for my family.
We met another Fatima just as we were about to leave the camp. She, on the other hand, has a stove, a luxury not many can afford. But she has no access to electricity, and her family has to contend with torchlight. For fear of fire incident, using candle and lantern in the room is out of the question.
When it's raining, we have no choice but to use the stove inside the house for breakfast and hot water.
Our investigation also revealed that the only building that has access to electricity is the camp's clinic, though on the lock and key. The camp spokesperson told AIT they usually pay to charge their phones, lantern, and have also run out of drugs.
We use Jane when we have a doctor but volunteer.
Just by the fence of the Federal Inland Revenue Training School is an IDP camp that has over 500 people, women and children, inclusive. How do they get their electricity? It's the security light of the Federal Inland Revenue School. Apart from that, they use their torchlights and whatever they can to get access to electricity in Abuja, the federal capital. No light means danger for women and children who must go out to use the convenience at night. It means children cannot read at night and every other night activity is on hold or done in fear. The takeaway here is that provision of energy has become an urgent responsibility the government must look at in those camps for people already facing enough trauma of being uprooted from their homes. Mwesi Igonor, AIT News, Abuja. Estimated billing system is a procedure by which distribution companies charge electricity consumers based on assumption. It is usually not precise and vague, as at most times it leaves the consumer at the mercy of the discos. When the power sector was privatized in 2013, consumers expected that everyone would be metered with the complement of regular power supplied. Unfortunately, 5 years down the line, the National Assembly has been inundated with petitions and protests from consumers.
It's only in this community that I can find out that NEPA bill is higher than the rentage.
26,736 naira for a room and parlor.
Today, metering gap is put at 8.5 million. The House is working on a bill that seeks to criminalize the use of estimated billing. According to the proposed legislation, officials of power firms risk jail term if they fail to provide prepaid meters.
The mass extortion of the people is a crime that must be stopped.
From Lagos to Zamfara, Enugu to Abuja, the complaints cut across the 11 discos. In Galadima, a suburb of Abuja, the nation's capital, lives the man named Sunday Elisha, who, like hundreds of other customers, is a constant victim of what lawmakers call fraud by discos. The proposed law will affect people like him positively. This is a residential compound in Galadimawa with 4 tenants. Accumulatively, they have a bill of 225,000. According to them, it is outrageous.
I save like 2 years in the compound, and I pay my bill every month. So I don't know how comes this 100,000 plus came out.
According to Sunday, like a bottomless pit, the more they struggle to pay for their electricity bill, the more the bills accumulate. Sunday is not the only casualty of crazy billing. Customers that are billed through estimation have a bone to pick with the distribution companies.
9,000 naira, that is what they're giving me every month. 1 room.
They said I'm owing up to 1 million naira. I have not stayed up to a year. So I asked them to cut the light. I don't need the light again.
We are running on estimated bill, and it is not a bill that is regular. At times you receive a bill, exorbitant bill that even when you see it, your salary in a month cannot even cover it.
The discos too are not letting go as they accuse customers of meter tampering and electricity theft. They have also accused the authorities of insincerity and bias.
There are too many to and fro stories on the power sector. It's been an issue of trading blame from one quarter to the other.
Many Nigerian consumers are ready to pay for what they consume, provided that the bills are appropriate.
As discussion and debates on criminalizing estimated billing heat up, the relevant authorities must be seen to be in harmony.
At the end of the day, it could even be a major plus for players in the industry, both the customer and the electricity provider themselves. So let's get to the end of the road.
Mwesi Igonor, AIT News, Abuja.